You kind of just allow yourself to get in a comfortable position. We'll start in just a moment. Thank you. All right. So welcome, guys.
Thank you. Thank you.
How you doing today?
Doing well.
Yeah?
I'm doing really good.
Doing really well?
I'm very happy here as we close out the decade.
Yeah.
It's a really good place.
Hi there, welcome. I know we're still waiting on a couple more, so that's okay. We just have a few people tuned in live, so I want to make sure that I'm just chatting away to them. All right.
Did you pay for the live stream? How does that work?
Yeah, that's it's 15 instead of 22 dropping. So
That's awesome.
yeah. So allowing yourselves to just get seated and so thank you for joining. There might be a couple more people that join in the live area here, and if they do, I'll just kind of get them up to speed. But today's meditation is all about prosperity and abundance, and I separate the two, prosperity and abundance, because prosperity I think about is material wealth, possessions, money. Think about it as those tangible things that you're trying to grab a hold of. Well, is abundance, you can think about as good health, love, joy, happiness, all of those things. And every single meditation is unique and kind of divinely guided. And I like to always see where the people that are present in the room, what they're going through, working on, what blocks and obstacles are present, so that we can use the meditation and really the hypnosis part of it to reprogram your mind. Okay. And so, during this meditation, you'll be entering into a state of hypnosis. So it's a deep state of relaxation. You're always in control, can pull yourself out of it. So think of it as just like a little deeper of a meditation. But using direct suggestions and metaphors, we can make lasting changes on your life. So you see the world differently, you start to attract things differently, and you start to achieve those benchmarks or those goals that you're looking to achieve. So I want to go around and see what are you working on and working through, or what blocks or patterns have you noticed in your life, and so that I can, custom the meditation to it.
Okay. I think more so the abundance piece, the joy, love, relationships, kind of intimacy, all of that.
Okay. Have you noticed where you seem like there's a pattern that you've been hitting up, like a certain type of thing that you've noticed that you get to a certain point, or you notice that you have a hard time attracting in this way, or anything like that?
I know what I'm attracting is a little bit emotionally unavailable, but that's also because I'm a little bit emotionally unavailable right now.
Good.
So it's like,
wise one. Not good that that's happening.
And so I'm like, okay, got it. This is where I'm at. But yeah, I think just getting past that.
Okay, so great. That allows me, for those that didn't hear, is that the emotional unavailability is what is being attracted, and so knowing and understanding that that's a reflection of yourself, right? And so one of the things that we need to work on and shift is that self-acceptance and that knowing that you're worthy, right? And then that releases fear. Right? And so what you're really kind of putting out there is you're afraid, right? Emotionally unavailable is I'm afraid to let somebody in because of this wall, or that, right? Mm-hmm. And so we'll work on pulling down some walls to allowing some true vulnerability and honesty within yourself, so that there is no fear. Okay?
I've experienced recently an increase in both prosperity and abundance, and within an increase, there's really old things that are rolling up that I'm ready to release, because consciously I know they're of no value, but there seems to be, that person in the basement that wants to make me miserable.
Okay.
And I'm willing to let him go out into the sunshine.
Yes, beautiful. in love and acceptance, I was listening to there's a beautiful like book that was made on one of Alan Watts's lectures called I think something to happiness, right? Or keys to happiness or whatnot. Understanding happiness, I think is it. And one of the things that he talks about is kind of making friends with the devil. Mm-hmm. Right? And meaning like we all have this duality in our mind, and how do we nurture that, and almost looking at it like turning the metaphor into like soil and saying, well, how is this aspect of ourself really giving fertilizer to what we want to grow, instead of being shameful of it or wishing it away or trying to stuff it down, because the more you stuff it down, the louder it gets over time, or it builds, and then the pressure is like a volcano and it's just going to erupt, right? And so it's like, how do we validate that those aspects of ourselves, or those areas, those devils inside of us, right? Okay.
Hi.
Hi.
I've come here so often for such a long time, looking for abundance and prosperity, and I think I'm here today to sort of share some gratitude.
Nice.
How much has come in, especially on the abundance side. I'm just so grateful for it all. I think in prosperity, I have it, plenty of it, but I always want more. I think we all want more. Like I have like enough, and I'm okay. I would like lots more, so I can do a lot more with it out in the world. But for now, it's okay. As we close out a decade, it's just time to also like leave the, like Paul was saying, just leave the old patterns behind. Just like bye bye. And then move on to the next decade as a new, improved version. So thank you from my heart, and that's it.
Okay. We'll work on those. I like that you shared about the new decade, and it's literally a new decade. We forget that, we just had a big full moon. Now we're, coming to a close of a year, but we're also coming to close to a decade. And, I think that those things only have meaning when we give them meaning, but there is a power of collective meaning that magnifies things, right? And so as a world, we're coming into a closure of a decade, which is this huge, what that tells me is a close means an opening, right? And so there's a new energy that's arising. And so it's a really good thing in the next few weeks and the next few days to look at yourself and say, what are the things that I want changed? What are the things that have worked for me? How far have I come and grown, so that you can have some appreciation? I think appreciation is one of the biggest aspects towards manifestation. And really that's what you're all here for, is you're here to manifest. And if you can have keys of appreciation and say, I'm okay with me now, and I see that I've been changing and growing, and I know that I'm going to continue to change and grow, you can have compassion and love for where you're at, knowing that you're catapulting yourself into that next level of acceptance and growth and expansion. Okay? Hi.
I am in a very big transition, and letting go of a lot of things that provided stability, but also were very draining. And I'm going into this new space, not quite sure what the next steps are going to be, or what I really want them to be. But I feel okay with that, but there is some anxiety about like not having a really clear, like, these are the goals and this is the next things I'm doing. So I don't know, there's a way to like find some ease or grace in the in between without having to like choose things specifically for the sake of choosing.
Yes.
Or having solidity.
So no rushing, no needing to, and then in a sense, even though they're very different fears, from the relationship fear to the fear over here with the next chapter, the next things that you're manifesting, it's the same energy, right? It's fear, right? And that's why I need to know, so I'm okay, so I want to have it all laid out and predicted, so I feel safe because I'm scared or I'm fearful, right? Or I need to put up walls because I'm scared or fearful, right? And so we're going to work on that, and a big level of trust, being present, gratitude, especially all the things Adam said with that being and that acceptance, and that magnification of prosperity and abundance all around. We're going to kind of couple that all in, okay? And so for those of you that have been in my classes before, you know that you can pick whether you sit or you lay down. For those viewing at home, allow yourself to decide if you want to sit or lay down. It's all up to you. This is about you being comfortable, because for this meditation, it's more about getting the benefits of the reprogramming than it is about, achieving that state of oneness, okay? So allowing yourself to get comfortable. And as you allow yourself to be comfortable, I'm going to just stand up and turn down the lights a little bit. And all right, so as you allow yourself to be, just get comfortable and be aware of where you're at right now. Being aware of your body and the way that it feels. And I know that for many of us, we don't take time to really just even take inventory of how we're feeling, of sensations that are going on inside, or even noticing certain elements or aspects of ourselves, parts of our body, maybe don't even get thought about or noticed for so much of your time. But in this space right now, as you're resting there, I want you to draw your awareness to perhaps your left foot or your right arm. And as you feel your foot or as you feel your arm, I want you to notice, does it feel relaxed? Is there tension there? How does it feel touching against the surface beneath it? And as you notice those subtleties of your foot or your arm, draw your awareness to other parts of your body. Your hips, your shoulders, your elbows, your toes. And as you allow yourself to bounce from one area of your body to the next, just continue to allow yourself to notice the sensations, to be aware of the magnificent aspect of yourself, of you, and feeling that awareness of you and that you exist. It's appreciation. This body does so much for us each and every day, carrying you through life, carrying you through the journey that you go through each and every day. To give you these experiences, to help you manifest and create, to feel those emotions so much that this body does for you as you feel that appreciation right here, right now, today. And as you allow yourself to become aware of that, just take a few moments to become aware of the room. You can easily hear my voice as it resonates with you. And you can be aware of other sounds too, maybe sounds in the background, inside of the room, outside of the room. And as you continue to draw this expanded awareness, paying attention to other things too, like sensations that are going on, subtle changes in your body, or even the ability to breathe in and breathe out as you do. Breathing in relaxation, breathing out stress, breathing in calmness, and letting go of tension after that. And this flow, this power of your breath, this ability for your breath to have this aspect of healing you, of calming you, of bringing you to a one-pointed stillness. And your breath is always with you, a tool that you have. This ability to change your state in just each and every breath that you take right before you at hand. And as you use this breath to bring you into deeper states of relaxation, calmness, and inner peace, as you allow yourself to take in that breath to the depth of your stomach if you can, and hold it for a moment and slowly release. You can even imagine that your breath has this ability to relax you. It has this ability to let go of things that don't serve you anymore. And really, as we are manifesting, part of the key to creating new is getting rid of the things that don't serve us anymore. Want something different? It's allowing yourself to think differently. Want to create something new? It's allowing yourself to shed out the old and say, I no longer need this cluttering my mind and my space, and let it go and create that freedom for you to receive. And so part of today is about releasing. It's about diving in and saying that it's okay to let go, to look at your life like a photo album, and each photo as you page into the past, maybe the last decade of your life as we're coming to a close of a decade, allow yourself to page through, page by page, looking at those images of all those stages of your life, of the things that you did, of the challenges that arose, of the problems that you faced, of the opportunities that allowed you to grow. And as you allow yourself to look through those images and see that beautiful history of you, you realize as you're paging through how much you've changed. Even when you're going in reverse, you know that you're different now than you were in those pictures that you're paging through. Those memories shining through to you are indications of who you once were, not who you are. Big difference. But sometimes we carry on the thoughts and perspectives from who we once were. We carry on the reactions and responses and the belief systems of who we once were. And it sits in our mind, and this powerful force continues to guide us and create the same course. But we don't want to live the same. That's why you're here or tuning in. We don't want to live the same. We want to change and allow the change to manifest from the desires within. And part of that is getting clear and knowing that there is nothing to fear. And what do I mean by nothing to fear? Because ultimately, there really is nothing to fear. You're okay. You're going to be okay. And as you allow yourself to step into that power, you can free yourself. You can allow yourself to go and explore. You can be that bird that is newly born, that looks out of its nest and asks, can I really fly? Am I going to be okay if I spread my wings? But it has to get over that fear. At a certain point, it just must jump, open its wings and fly and see. As they spread those wings and they allow their self to try. And it's in that trying that they realize they're more powerful than they previously believed. And they allow their self to open those wings and to soar and to have the most magnificent flight. To venture out into the world, trusting their self, knowing that they're gonna be all right. And this journey that you live, this experience that you breathe, this is the journey of being present to your life as you find the gratitude of right now and have the ability to receive. To receive your essence, to receive your heart, to receive this connection. And this is just the start. So allow yourself to be that bird that soars. To fly through this uncharted territory called your future without fears anymore. Because you know you can depend on you. And you've made it through so much in your past. You have a lot of skill sets that are there attached to you. And there's also a lot of things that you went through that maybe didn't work out the way that you planned. But if you look through those images and those photo albums, you can see that they taught you so much, didn't they? They helped you grow. And in it, maybe you can even have appreciation and gratitude. Maybe you already do. And if you don't, you can start to see the correlation of how those things that actually led to the next stages and chapters for you. And when you do so, you realize that even the tragedies are our biggest gifts. And when we get to that point, if it was a heartbreak that we went through, an obstacle that we had to plow through, a difficult situation that fell apart, that we were there picking up the pieces. We learned, didn't we? We learned about ourselves. We learned how amazing and resilient we are. We allowed ourselves to know what's important. We shifted our perspective. We gained insight. And we got back up. We moved forward and we continued to embrace this experience called life. And as you allow yourself to realize it's just an experience, what kind of experiences do you want to have? Do you want to be on the sideline looking in at everybody else living their life, or do you want to playfully and say you did? That you were here to do, you were here to jump in, no longer just sitting on the side of the pool, splashing your feet, wondering if the water is okay to jump in. Dive in. Just like that bird taking flight, jump and trust. You got this. This is your life. And then as you tap into your heart-centered space and you realize what is it you truly want, and allowing yourself to get in that place, we can start to allow you to manifest. Manifest abundance, manifest success, manifest love, manifest health, manifest the next. And in this ability, as you connect to this element of you, one of the biggest keys of manifestation is self-acceptance, is being in that moment, accepting this right now, this moment is yours and you belong here too. And there is no race. There is just a process. And as you allow yourself to get into that place and to be in that mindset, you will see things come easily, effortlessly, divinely, rapidly. Kind of like an oxymoron, because the more that you don't care how fast something occurs, the quicker it does. It's kind of like that double-edged sword. You have to release, not care. I don't need to search for it. And then all of a sudden it shows up. You see this oftentimes, and you know maybe yourself or a friend in your life trying so hard to manifest a relationship, pushing themselves, being desperate for those dates to exist. But at the time when they give up, and the time when they really don't care, maybe distracted by work or something else in life, suddenly, bam, in that moment they meet someone and they say, really, at this time? This isn't right. But really, when is it? And allowing yourself to see. When we let go, when we detach from the neediness, we allow ourselves to receive more than we could ever imagine to receive. As you let go, as you feel this inside of your heart, as you attach to the beating sensation in your heart, this moment right now beating, free you, freeing yourself. And saying, okay, change. Change is upon you. Change is happening. And the city and the country and the world, we're shifting. We're altering. How things used to be aren't how things are currently. And the more you let go to needing to fixate on how they have to be, you can accept yourself now in your story, your journey, this moment right now. Fearlessly taking those next steps because you realize that the fear was just false evidence appearing real somehow. And it's not really there. And so as you let it dissipate and you find that you're okay, it's okay, and you're in this space, now let's navigate and find the answers to what you truly want, the answers to who you truly are. And the more you allow yourself to use this heart-centered place to say, where do I want to go next? What do I want to achieve? What steps do I want to take? When you step into this place, into your heart, you open it wide to receive calmness, freedom, love, expression, and even more. And I want to have you align with you. And part of doing so is connecting with your higher self, clearing your channels of the old you, saying that the past is the past. What can we burn away? And let those old stories be where they're meant to be in yesterday. As the experiences that you went through that led you to this moment right now. As you suddenly embrace life just a little bit more than you did before somehow. And it's all connecting to that energy and allowing yourself to know. No more walls, no more resistance. Just allowing yourself to feel and know what is it you want. Let's make the why bigger. The bigger the why, the easier the how. The bigger the why, the easier the how. As you connect to your heart, because that's the key to get to a bigger why. Asking yourself what it is that you want. Getting clear on that and magnifying that even stronger inside. And the more you magnify that, the more you allow that power to be. The ease and effortless occurrence of creation just happens because you're tapped in. You know, you expect. There is no no's. There's how can I? And every obstacle is just another way to strengthen, to go around, to further allow yourself to think outside of the box as a way to achieve. But when the why is big, you'll always find a way. When the why is big enough, there is no limitations. You will find an answer in a way. Let's make the why of your happiness, of an abundance, beautiful, miraculous life filled with prosperity and expansion. Let's make that why be as big as you like. And to fill you and to fill your heart. Because this story is your creation, believe it or not. This story is your creation. Are you liking what you're writing? Can you shift certain plots? And if you allow yourself to shift certain plots and see that what new experiences do you want to create for you, the main character of your book, your story. And allowing yourself to think is big without limitations. Those limitations are just coming from your past experiences, from the old ways of being, but we're letting that go. Because you've learned to fly. You're not limited to crawling anymore. So those old ways of thinking are irrelevant to the new perspectives, to your new capabilities, to this expansion. The new ways of being are so much more as you step into that. See it, feel it, know it. As this expression of you grabs into your soul. And to help you connect with your higher soul, with this bigger perspectives of you, I want you to allow yourself to see a beautiful white light hovering right above your head. And this white light is your connection to your higher self, to light and love and nothing else. And allow that light to start to shine down, filling you with that knowing that you got this. This is your playground. This is your creation. This is your story. Get that on a fundamental level. You choose your life. Just like you choose what products to buy, what experiences or activities to engage in, you choose the bigger arching story of your life. You just might have given your power away to circumstances, situations outside of you. But from here on out, you're realizing you are the navigating force. This control center belongs to you. And so as this light reminds your mind, filling in every single neural pathway with a reminding that any of these paths, any of these experiences, you can alter the patterns that you used to do. You can shift and change, and it can happen just like this or like that, or it can happen in a slow process if you want it to. But change will happen. Just like on hiking trails, if paths are ignored, trees and brush will grow in those paths. And that walking path will no longer exist because it has been ignored. And a new one will be created if people trample through that instead. And what once was a path so well and smooth, easy to navigate, becomes something that's no longer used. And that's the same way in your mind, creating new mindsets for yourself. It's as simple as creating a new path to hike on. It's just creating a new path inside of your mind for yourself. And in negating old mindsets, old patterns and beliefs, they will overgrow and the new one will become that neural pathway that you prefer to navigate, to go through and receive. And as you allow that mind to just shine with light, illuminating things from the left to the right hemisphere, left hemisphere, the corpus callosum, the neural fibers that attach both hemispheres of your brain, realizing that this is all for you to navigate and create. And as it shines down now behind your eyes, your nose, your cheeks, and your jaw, filling you with this energy, with this higher sense of knowing, with this higher sense of self. And as this flows through you, feeling a sense of trust, feeling a sense of safety, feeling an ability to be vulnerable and true, open in the moment to say, I'm ready to experience, to face my fears too. Because I realize that fear is nothing more or less an illusion created by me. And my desire and my why is becoming stronger and stronger with every breath that I breathe. And as the why continues to become stronger and stronger with every breath that you breathe, this force of pushing you, this momentum is carrying you. And now there's no stopping you. You're on your path to creating your life and your dreams. And as this beautiful light now shining down from your shoulders, fingertips, into your chest, allowing this light to fill your heart as your heart beats. The average heart beating 100,000 times a day, beating for you. 100,000 times a day. Helping you manifest, feeling that love, that vibration, and that truth, and allowing this to have power over the navigation compass of your life too. And as this light goes down even further into your ribs, into your hips, into your legs and your feet, your ankles, and the soles of your feet through your toes, filling you with this energy, with this light, with this knowing, with yourself. And in a few moments, there's going to be just a few moments of silence as you allow this integration to occur. Maybe there's some ideas that are popping from that vibration in your heart. Maybe there's some new paths begging for you to create a new path in your mind to start. But allowing yourself to realize here, you can trust in you. And this game of life is for you to play, and you're going to play it full out because you know and you can believe and count in you. So let go for a few moments and start to receive ideas, messages, love, confidence, trust, whatever it is for you to receive. Let go. And as you allow yourself to thank all the guidance and the insight, and the swirling energy of direction, clarity, focus, whatever that is, allowing yourself to know that with taking that step towards the new, there's releasing the old. And as you invite this energy to also wash away all those old elements that don't serve you anymore. Like an energetic shower for your mind, for your body, for your energy systems, flowing through you, in you, and around you. Releasing and letting go. Kind of like cleaning out the closet in your mind, but cleaning out this old so you can create the space with freedom, with expansion, with ease. As this light shines now through you, washing away those pain wounds, washing away any insecurity, any self-doubt, washing away any fears, stress, anxiety, let it all go out. As you fill yourself with this knowing, with this love, with this confidence, as you replace that energy with inner trust, with belief, with being present in the space of what is, and allowing your heart to beat. And from here on out, giving yourself permission that your heart is your navigation compass. From here on out, that your heart is the source that leads you into the light, into your new story. As we look towards coming to a close in a decade, but most importantly, looking at coming to a close in a cycle for you. In a chapter that once was where you allowed for maybe yourself to get caught up in things for whatever reason. And have pride and confidence in them, that they were your lessons and your teachers. These experiences got you to be present to this moment right now, to take time to work on yourself, to take care of yourself, to lead you into a further perspective of what you want to create. And sometimes we go through the things that we don't want. Sometimes we go through pain. Sometimes we embellish fear. And as a result, we get clear. And the clearer we get is a true gift inside that can take us to the next pages, that can allow us to catapult our life. And I want you to remind yourself that you are lovable. As you hear these words repeated inside, as you repeat them to yourself internally, I am lovable. I am good enough. I am worthy. I am abundant. I am prosperous. Money flows to me easily and effortlessly from known and unknown sources. Money flows to me easily and effortlessly from known and unknown sources. I am in charge of my life. I am writing my story. It doesn't matter what anybody else thinks or says as you allow yourself to free yourself from judgment. Because you being in your body, your mind, looking through your eyes, this is where you belong. Not the third person perspective, wondering what are these people over here thinking or feeling about me? Am I living it right? Ask yourself, feel it. Are you feeling that you are? Are you allowing yourself to enjoy these moments? Knowing that things are changing. Things are always shifting. And this experience will not be forever, so can you appreciate it for what it is at last? Can you allow yourself to embrace this process as you get to where you're going, these days of creating, these days of advancing, these days of building, these days of shedding and releasing? And as you allow yourself to embrace that, you embrace you. And the more you love and appreciate you, you're like a magnet that draws opportunities, people, places, situations to you. It's kind of like a light that shines really bright in a night sky in a forest somewhere. The brighter it shines, the more all those little bugs get attracted to it. The brighter, the more that come from miles away to circle it. And the light doesn't have to move. It simply just gets brighter and brighter, and the brighter it does, the more that gets attracted to it as you allow yourself to be a magnet, be that light force inside of you, attracting the opportunities, situations, and circumstances that you desire in your life. And know that you can be picky and choosy too. Because just like that light, a lot comes through. And you decide, don't take everything that comes to you, but pick the things that really resonate with where you're going and what you want next and what experiences you want to come through. Letting go as you do. And as you continue to let go and you allow your mind to think of that and fall deeper into a state of relaxation, calmness and peace, effortless ease. Brighter and brighter, allowing your light to shine. And as you go deeper down, that's right. In a few moments, I'm going to be waking you up. But before I do, I want all of this energy to resonate deep inside of you. And each night, regardless of the day and regardless of the emotions that you experience, you're going to notice that you fall asleep deeply and quickly and sleep well through the night. And in those early morning dreams, what are known as venting or releasing dreams, you're going to vent out any remaining blocks or resistance. Let them go. Vent out any of those old ways of being, any of that old residual fear, insecurity, self-doubt, blockages, barriers, walls that have come about. So I don't need this. I don't need to wear the armored suit that I used to wear. Is it really protecting those soldiers anyways? If you think back to those armored suit days, could they even maneuver or navigate? So clunky, that protection that they think they have, but if they just take off that metal, take off that mask, they can move and feel the elements of the air. They can swirl and shift and change. They can navigate with ease, so much more effortlessly. You don't need all of that armor to bear. And as you allow yourself and realize that this beautiful gift of sleeping every night allows us to release, you can make that intention right now that every night before you go to bed, allowing yourself to rid away the things that don't serve you, that you no longer need. Saying that was then, this is now, I'm a different person in this moment than I was somehow. And in that space, you're moving forward in life. Your feet face forward for a reason. Allow them to just walk one step at a time. Looking around and seeing the beautiful scenery on the left and the right. These moments right now of the days, of the experiences, of each and every vibration of your life. And as you take that in and you allow that to enter inside of you. So each and every morning when you wake up, you feel lighter, brighter, freer, with ease and grace, like that light that just draws in opportunities to you. Brighter and brighter, you'll find yourself shining each and every day, and every day just noticing more and more coming to you with ease and grace. So once again, each and every night, regardless of the night and regardless of the emotions that you go through, when you decide that it's the right time to fall asleep at night, you're going to fall asleep deeply and quickly and sleep well through the night as you do. And allow yourself to vent away all of those old chapters, thoughts, feelings to go away. So you can wake up clear in alignment and in your truth, with a space that allows you to guide from your heart and to create the life for you. And always remember, if the motivation isn't clear, just make the why bigger, and the ease of taking those steps will become even more easy to bear. And so allowing yourself as you breathe in and you breathe out. In a few moments, I'm going to be waking you up. Simply, I'm going to count up from 0 up to 5. Now, on or before 5, you'll open your eyes completely unsuggestible and wide awake and ready to enjoy the rest of your day. That's right. So 0 going even deeper. At 1, closing the door to the unconscious mind, making sure all the suggestions are locked in and effective. And at 2, becoming aware of your body. Because at 3, a total sense of positivity floods through every cell. 4, becoming aware of the room around you. And 5, slowly becoming aware, eyes slowly opening, wiggling your toes, wiggling your hands, becoming more and more aware of your body and of yourself. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Coming back slowly into yourself. As you slowly allow yourself to come back, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Coming back wide awake. That's right. Allowing yourself to slowly make your way up at your time to seated position. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody, for joining. If there's any questions or comments or expressions, I can go around real quick if anybody wants to share anything. If anybody's really just out of it, that's okay too. Just out of it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, same.